23rd. Yeah, we got that. Got this. Goals, wants, and desires. So let's see what we've got. Let's try 100. Hello. Wow. Hello, you wonderful people. Good evening. I'm not going to be on long, but let's see about having a conversation. Come on. So, and my question is, why are we silent about it? All of the people who carried on about patriotism, and I'm a loyal American, you wouldn't allow someone from another country to take a piss on our country's reputation, yet you're allowing an 80-year-old toddler to every day take a piss on our country. Can y'all help me out with that? Because I'm confused. I'm extremely confused. It's weird. I have yet to hear a single solitary member of MAGA say, we've had enough of this crap. It's embarrassing the way the world sees the United States. I once brought up a saying that my grandfather, who served in World War II, said, we were called the ugly Americans. And someone said, I've never heard that. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of things that you've never heard. But it's a fact. We were officially called the ugly Americans because of how we acted in other people's countries, how we broke their laws, how some of our soldiers molested the very women from the countries that we went to assist during World War II. We earned the phrase ugly Americans. And right now, our allies have pulled that out of the drawer, dusted that phrase off, and going, here, you can have it back now. Because you're living up to it. You think you can run roughshod over Greenland, Africa, France, South America, Venezuela, all of that. We can do that because it's our right, because we're the bold, the proud. No, we're not. Hey, Mama Sunshine, how you doing?
It's a little loud here, as you can hear, but I'm here.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to be on long, as I always say, but last night, Prime Minister Carney and our stupid idiot sitting at Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm sure you heard about what the bullshittery he pulled.
Yes, it was the 11.99999th hour. We decided to add a few things that would also include them not working with anybody else. Pinky swear that you're going to be our best friend only. Carney's like, no, I'm not doing that.
I'm not going to be your whipping boy. You already threatened, talking about how you're going to take over Canada, and then you want me what? To assume the position, get on my knees, and go, I'll never, ever leave you. While the rest of the world knows you for the asshole you are?
I just had a crazy thought, kind of slightly off subject, but Isn't it just convenient that they decided to suddenly take all these wild horses to slaughter at the same time they announced bringing in imported beef, but they didn't say exactly from where? And then they're going to force these wherever imports the beef to sell it 25% less than the U.S.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
How does that help us?
And wait a minute. For those of you sitting around here, go look up Project 2025. It says we have 90,000 or 95,000 wild horses, and that's 3 times as many as we need. I don't know who made up that came to that conclusion, but basically you're following Project 2025. But as you said, which you said you're turning it, they're going to be slaughtered. Usually it's used for animal feed or dog food. You didn't say that. Couple that with the
I googled it. There are 4 other countries that Canada, they take feral and unwanted horses, and they process it for food for human consumption to 4 or 5 other countries. But at least they admit to it.
Yeah. We're just pulling this out our ass. And as you said, where is this beef coming from? Because, by the way, Argentina had another flare-up of hoof and mouth disease in their cattle. You know, the cattle that he said he was going to be buying all this beef from.
Yeah, but they forgot about Tyson closing doors back in, what was that, April? With like moments notice. Hey, 2,500 people, sorry, you no longer have a job effective right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was supposed to be a 90-day notification for the closing of, but you have to actually enforce that. Yeah.
Well, they no notification of closure, but they did give them 60 days of pay.
Okay. But still, where is this meat coming from? Hey, FDA, since you're telling us everything else we can't eat that might make us sick, might unalive us, where's this beef coming from? What?
Yeah, but how does this help the American beef industry when if they're told you have to sell yours 25% less than ours, our farmers are already going bellied up like crazy.
Yep.
How is this supposed to help them? Because even if they tried to raise or lower their prices, they're already at a loss.
Yep. Exactly. Because I swear I was looking at that going, wait a minute. As you said, they're slaughtering horses, bringing in beef, and not telling us where the hell the beef is coming from. And we're just, what? I said it last night. I went into H Mart, an Asian grocery store. They've got USDA cleared beef here, and then they've got beef over here with no sticker on it. And it's not bright red like our beef that's pumped full of formaldehyde. So now, is there going to be 3 different kinds of beef there? Well, 2 for actual beef and 1 for horses. So for us poor folks. What next? Dogs or cats? Where's that meat coming from? Oh, Lord. Here we are. And let's be clear. This man is talking about 1,000 people at the election polls. Hey, you know how you handle that, right, people? You roll up 2,000 deep. You also be prepared with vans or trucks because they're going to try to pull the same bull crappery that they did on Crockett. The machines aren't working. We're going to have to delay your vote. Well, we'll extend it to 9 p.m. because the machines aren't working, and then do a Ken Paxton. Nope, close those voting halls. Close them right now. We're not extending anything, even though people didn't get to vote because somehow the machines weren't working. Pennsylvania.
We've already seen this movie and how it is written, who wrote it, who's starring in it, and how it's going to end. And it's not going to go well.
Time to do a rewrite. What say you? Time to do a rewrite. We already know that he's reached out by way of the post office general that if your state doesn't turn over their voting rolls, then your voting paperwork is sent out, your ballot, slow roll it. Just slow roll it. Even if it's ready, 1 block away, that post office, don't send it out till the day of or the day before. And when you get that ballot dropped off at the post office, slow roll it. Take your time about getting it over where it needs to be counted. This has all been already said. My fellow Americans, do you know what that means? That means you carry it in and put it in the drop box. Here. Matter of fact, if you can, whip out your phone and go, click it. This is me turning in my ballot. We have got to... I love my cousin. He said, we don't want to get in the gutter with them. We can't, when Michelle said, when they go low, we go high. We can't go low with them. I beg to differ. I say get a pickaxe out and start digging. Because they have no moral ambiguity about what they're going to do or what they're not going to do. They want to take your vote. At this point, we better start treating it like they want to take your child away from you. And I don't think you'll go high when they go low and take your child. I think you will get down in that gutter with them. We have to have a change of the way we think. Because it's not like this just happened. Right, Mama Sunshine? They've been doing this shit. For ages.
Playing dirty and dirtier and dirtier and dirtier.
Mm-hmm.
And they, we talked about flooding the zone. And they are definitely doing that because they're keeping everybody very, very busy, distracted. Look over here, look over there, look at the shiny penny. Hey, guess what happened over here? And point fingers of blame every which way but loose.
Yep.
And fortunately, there's a lot of people that just can't read the writing on the wall. It's irritating.
I'm sad. I'm just disgusted at this point. Oh, you're being mean. You're being rude. Be mean. Be rude. Stir up shit. It's time. Stop being kind. Stop being compassionate. I don't know when the hell y'all gonna learn this lesson. The civil rights movement did not come by way of being kind and gentle and so compassionate. There was a reason Malcolm X came along. And by the end of it, MLK had finally learned, you know what, maybe I'm being too kind. Maybe I'm being too forgiving. Maybe instead of taking that Bible out and reading some verses. I need to start slapping some folks up beside the damn head. As Malcolm X said. That's where we are right now. And to my Caucasian, my envelopian friends, those shock gloves that they're talking about, if you think there are not going to be people of the paler persuasion being grabbed and shot, we've already seen them be pew-pewed. When are you going to learn? If you disagree, you get the same end of the stick as we do. You're not paying attention. Taking apart the Department of Education is not going to just affect us. It's going to affect y'all, because y'all have children with mental health issues, disabled. Y'all going to be right there in the same boat with us.
Not to mention, they're also having their school lunches affected. Like, do you not want your child to eat? Because I know a lot of y'all can't put together a bread and butter sandwich, let alone a bologna sandwich, let alone a peanut butter sandwich. Like, do you not care? Just scary.
There is a gentleman, I watched his video on him. He was the first one, he was on, that I heard of the envelopian variety, who said, do you not realize you could be in a car with someone who is a citizen? They snatch him out. You go to say, no, wait, he's American. Do you think they won't grab you with those shock gloves for interfering? Because if there are Americans born here who, because they're a little too brown, are sitting in these concentration camps, you think you won't wind up there, you got another thing coming.
They're kind of relying on the fact that they know people will step up and these gloves don't leave any trace. So they're going to get away with far worse than they've already been doing.
But here's the thing. How do you tell if someone's had open heart surgery? If someone maybe 6-8 weeks ago had stents put in their heart, and you're going to shock them? Because let's be clear, how many times have we had seen 3 or 4 ICE agents on somebody holding them down? All it takes is 2 of those 4 to have on shock gloves. Zzz. Oh, wait.
Did you hear the video about the quadriplegic that they basically yanked out of his chair because they didn't believe that he was a quadriplegic? Even though he said, I've been in this wheelchair since I was 18 years old. And they accused, there was a woman who accused him of breaking her door down, trying to choke her out, assault her, and then ran off.
So you had the wrong person. Right?
Yeah.
That's as bad as a little boy that stepped out of his house in Ohio and the police ran up on him. Going to school, backpack on. This boy barely came to this cop's shoulder. 2 others hopped out the car. Come on, drop it. Hands up, hands up. And he's like, what? I'm going to school. I'm going to school. What? Put your hands up, I said. He said, I'm a kid. This cop literally shouted at this 14-year-old, I don't give a fuck. And snatched the backpack off of him. And the kid dropped to his knees. Here's the thing. The real person they were looking for was 2 shades lighter. Long, kinky, curly afro. And was actually taller than the police officer. But you snatched this child on his porch. I don't give a fuck if you're a kid. And the captain said, well, they didn't know whether he was armed or not. So if the kid had panicked and ran, or panicked and pulled away, that would have been the overall excuse for unaliving a 14-year-old child. They thought he was armed.
I would love to see the data on how many envelopian children versus how many POCs under the age of 18 have been thought to have had a weapon. I would like to see that data.
I swear, there are far too many, and there's two freaking excuses they use. I thought my life was in danger, and I thought they had a weapon. Look at the kid from Texas, who they gave 35 years. Carmelo.
Yeah.
They whitewashed that trial so badly. I knew about him getting into a fight with his dad and him breaking his arm. I didn't know about him choking out his mother. I didn't know about him being in juvie. I didn't know about him being removed from school.
Apples don't fall far from a tree.
I'm like, wait a minute. Versus a child who is a straight A student, never been in any trouble, never been suspended from school. The scale right there is so out of whack. And you made a gentleman's agreement, Texas, a gentleman's agreement that you wouldn't bring up either one of their past. Well, one of them didn't even have a fucking past. This kid over here is the thug. But
they will find something like, when he was in pre-K, he pulled little girls' pigtails. That just shows you a trending on his track to becoming a thug. You know how they are.
But wait a minute. This one is a thug. You broke your father's arm. You choked out your mother. Never once did they refer to this idiot as a thug. I'm like, oh, and you heard about the, what's the name of the college where they were dealing the booger sugar? 6 college students. They were running their own booger sugar farm. They were having pledges pack the stuff for sale.
And you know what that made them? Plausible deniability. I didn't know. What are you talking about?
But also, look at it this way. If they went all the way through college, graduate, and they needed somebody to ship or be a mule, hey, we got pictures of you back in when you were first year college. See that you were packing some of this stuff. You got a successful career. We can take all that shit down.
And I dare you to say no.
There you go. That right there. Hold on.
This is crazy. I just feel like everything on the news in the last 72 hours has just been a whirlwind of psychosis. I'm tired. This is exhausting. Anyway, there are 16 of you in here, and if you could be so kind as to tap the screen, share the live, don't forget to collect your daily heart me, and then go back and collect your points. Also, if you could also send the why is it I forget this every day? I say it every day and I can never remember it. The Go Popular. Send the Go Popular, please. Send the Go Popular. Here, let me send mine right now because I forgot to do it.
Look at this. Look at this. Every one of them. Neatly. dressed. Oh, and the older one is an ex student. See that grown man there, looking like he about 40 years old.
More like 50, but okay.
But they're all working together to be traffickers. Not one of them, not an illegal immigrant, not a trans person, not a person. Now this little light skinned one right here, down in the lower corner, he was not in the original lineup. So what you want to bet? They quickly flipped and said, "There's one more of us. Quick, get somebody light skinned in here."
Of course. But all the ones that are actually doing wrong, it'll be they were having a bad day. You don't understand. Mental health is an issue. They were traumatized as a child. Every excuse under the sun, but let it be a person of color. And they're automatically, remember when they got caught with and they did such and such, and they've always lived this way, and their daddy wasn't at home, and mama was doing blah, 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 and grandma did da, 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 da. Like, they got a long ass story when it comes to people of color, but the short end of the stick is, it was just a bad day. We're gonna go pray it away.
I guarantee you, Mama Sunshine, I guarantee you, they arrested all these motherfuckers and they put their head together and said, "Hey, Anthony's not here. We can say Anthony tricked us into this. Anthony led us down the primrose path to sin."
Oh yeah, he's gonna end up being the leader or some shit
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's exhausting. Like I said, I have just mentally, I took away, like today, I really did not get on the internet at all today, and I probably needed that, but I'm sure I missed a lot too.
That's okay. I understand.
It's just wicked crazy.
It's bizarre. My fellow Americans, Canadians, by the way, have been all over TikTok today. I don't know if they flipped the switch where their live streams could pop onto American TikTok or what. But every single one I went to, they all said, "We don't know what's going on down there in your country. Y'all have lost y'all freaking minds." This man threatened, talking about making us part of America last year, throwing tariffs at us. Carney finally came back to negotiate, and he took a piss on it. How did this man negotiate any business? Coming at the last minute, "We don't like the texture of your cheese." And followed immediately by, "We don't want you doing business with any other country." Excuse me? You have to run any negotiations that you do with other countries through us. Like we're Canada's mommy and daddy. Every live that I've gone into, Canadians have gone, "We've spoken French since the 1600s. And he's going to tell us,
Isn't that a form?
huh?
Isn't that a form of extortion?
Home of the brave, land of the free. And you're going to dictate, yes, try to extort another country. You can't speak French anymore, and your documents cannot be in French. We don't allow that. What?
But we're not a part of you. You don't go here.
Yeah, this not your country. We are not one of your states. You don't get to dictate to us how we speak. I'm like, they've been here in this country negotiating for a month. Got all the way down to it. Okay, we've got everything done. The deal is okay. And for him at the last minute to decide he's going to throw a few things in there. You can't negotiate. I know why he did it. Because of the contract they just signed with China to build electric cars. They threatened us about Ford. about Chrysler. We cannot have parts of our cars assembled in Canada anymore because they won't go along with us taking them over. So Carney, smart man that he is, said, hey, China, you know, when they take some of this away, even before they do, we can reconfigure things to start building your electric cars. He thumped Trump's nose. That's what the man did. And he got pissy. So here we are. Damn, hold tight. I love the fact. Said, okay, do the tariffs. We'll slap tariffs on you.
Dollar for dollar.
Yep. We're not fucking with you.
I also like that. But I like how I will give Canada a little props on this. Not only did they say we gonna come back dollar for dollar, but they are going to do strategic targeting.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just doing a blanket.
Yeah.
They're going after specifics.
Mm-hmm.
Electricity is one.
Mm-hmm.
Did we forget that we're connected to that grid?
Winter's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. And Jack Daniels. They specifically said, you think we're going to sell out our country for some cheap Jack Daniels?
Well, they because we hit the Crown Royal, which that's a pretty hit right there. But yeah, they hit Crown Royal, so they said, okay, well, we'll hit you, Jack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. They forget last year when he was doing all that stupidity. They went through their markets, their grocery stores, and stuck stickers that said, made in Canada, made in Canada. Anything that didn't have the made in Canada sticker, don't buy the rest of that.
And again, for the idiots in the back, and I will say it as loud as I possibly can without being too crazy, the tariffs do not affect either country other than the consumer.
Yeah.
So you, the average Joe who walks into any store, Trader Joe's, Walmart, Costco, whatever, you're the one being affected.
Yeah.
You will see that bottom line raise. You will also see products missing from the shelves. I've been noticing they're trying to stretch stuff out, so they keep spreading the products that they do have. Mm-hmm. Wrong signage. Some things don't even have prices at all. It's mystery time. How much is it? You won't know till you get up to the checkout.
There you go. There you go.
You got more and more people running around carrying scales with them because they're finding out that just about everything is either partially underweight or exceedingly underweight.
Wow. I see new people coming in. Please tap screen. Tap screen.
Including bags of dog food from the dollar store.
Yes.
They're underweight.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Well, wait a minute. And also, we've got a recall on dog food, too. Because it's making the dogs sick.
They've already closed one of the Tyson plants back in, I believe, April. They had announced that they would be closing more, and it's mostly the places that dealt with the beef. Mm-hmm. And that's why I said, even if you bring in this mystery meat from wherever, and you tell them that they have to sell it 25% less than our beef, how is that helping our farmers?
Okay.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. See, that's the scary part. The farmers have already said they have less beef cattle, and it will take them time to recover from all this shit going on. Hey, what is it called? Screwworm?
Well, and if you really go back to it, though, um, this originally, the beef issue started in 22.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember when they had the severe droughts?
Yep.
They haven't recovered from that. Then we had, like, prior to that, so we had CV, then we had the severe droughts, and then we've had tariff issues, and now screwworms.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the beef industry cannot catch a break at this point whatsoever.
Yep.
And us bringing in, again, mystery meat from a mystery location and then tell them they have to sell it less than our people. And our people can't take any more hits. They cannot try to reduce their prices to match that because they're already in a hole. They couldn't even use their farming, for their grains and stuff to try to catch up because they didn't get their fertilizer, and some people didn't get stuff into the ground. Our corn is behind schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say they've got tomatoes that aren't ripening at all. None of my tomatoes. I usually have about 30 rogues. I've had no rogue tomato plants this year.
Mm.
I didn't have any rogue bean plants. It's been an awful year. I barely have sugar snap peas. And that's about it. I think I got about 6, maybe 8 asparagus.
Oh, damn. Damn. Whew.
And the strawberries, as fast as they grow, either a bird or a bug eats it. So I don't even get to taste the damn thing.
I got you. Soylent Green, people. Y'all might want to go look up that damn movie and think about this crap about the slaughter of horses and the mystery meat coming in. Coming in from where? Who, what, where, when? What processing plant?
Dude, that's the other thing, too. We don't even know where it's being processed or how it, is it being tested, guarded? We're not guarding our own shit, and now we're supposed to trust somebody else's?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. Dandelions are looking better and better every day. I can do a lot with dandelions.
Listen.
The dandelion fritters, believe it or not, my grandkids love my dandelion fritters.
I finally learned how to cook squash. Batter it, bake it, or fry it. Tastes damn good to me.
Oh, I can do squash in different ways. It depends on the type of squash you're doing and how you're producing it. I don't like spaghetti squash in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely don't like it as a spaghetti with a marinara sauce.
Okay.
But if you take a little bit of marinara and you add it with a little bit of the white sauce, and you season it just right and put just the right amount of basil, that stuff pops off pretty good. I love acorn squash. That's my favorite. And I can eat that straight out of the rind, but I can also, I'll scrape it out, throw some butter, some brown sugar, and some diced apples in it. My kids, for the longest time, thought it was dessert, and I didn't tell them otherwise.
Understood. And we are in a dangerous area. We're almost at the point where you have to go, what can we eat? Every day is something. Don't eat this. Don't drink that.
When you pick something up, or you get something from the pantry, and you side-eye it for a long time, and then you sit there and debate with yourself, do I feed the wildlife or do I take the chance? I've been feeding wildlife because I'm sorry. I don't know where a lot of this stuff is coming from. And the fact that they're giving it away wholeheartedly, randomly out of the blue, lots of lettuce.
Too much lettuce.
Yeah. Nah, grow lettuce is really easy to grow, y'all. It is one of the easiest things. You can make so much lettuce you'll be up to your eyeballs in it. That's why I never grow too much of it, because it reproduces and it spreads.
Mm-hmm.
Well, lettuce is not something that's hardy enough to freeze or dehydrate. So it's eat it or get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's it.
A head of cabbage, slice it up, make cabbage steaks, a little olive oil, salt, pepper, some garlic, pop it in the oven. Delicious. Just a head of cabbage. That's it. You can make do with that. But right now, everything that what is it? Bean sprouts, recall. Dog food, recall. Blueberries. The fuck? Don't eat the blueberries. Don't eat the raspberries. They have salmonella on 'em. How?
list the list keeps growing so much that literally I just, like I said, I'm at the point now where I look at every article of fooding and side eye it. Whether it's frozen, fried, fresh, raw, fresh out the dirt, it does not matter. I'm side eyeing it. And now you have to worry about baby formula, dog food, pretty much any produce whatsoever. And I love how they keep trying to blame it on Mexico.
Mexico ain't got shit to do with this.
You know what's funny is when they were here working, we didn't have. I mean, we had some problems. I ain't gonna lie. There's been some recalls. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but not like this.
Every day a new recall.
And a lot of it is again we have the wolves are protecting the hen house.
What was the name of the company with the lettuce that they claimed it was from Mexico, and suddenly
Was it Tyler?
Tyler, yeah. So he makes one trip to the White House, and suddenly no, it wasn't Tyler. No, it was not them. Wait a minute, they tracked it to their farm. How much money did they give you to shut the hell up?
Well, and the thing is they not only did they track the recent cases, but they actually went back and looked how far back people were starting to get sick and how many other products are coming out of the same facility. And not just lettuce, yo. Not just lettuce.
Nope.
Hey, Gabriel.
Hey, Mama Sunshine, how you doing, Misty?
Hey, honey.
Hey, welcome to the consequences, people.
Oh boy.
Got this. We told you. I gotta take my minute to say I told you so.
Doze.
Because when they passed that Chevron decision, and they took the teeth out of every regulatory office that we have in the government, we told people this shit is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Tammy says hi, by the way.
Hey, Tammy. Yeah.
Hi, Tammy.
And I told people, I work the meat industry. I know how that shit is. If you don't have somebody on the floor taking samples and testing them and sending them out to the lab and actually having a procedure to hold shit in the factory before it goes out, it's going to go out.
Yep.
Because it's all about making money.
Yep. When you don't have the FDA actually testing, holding people accountable. Hold up. You have to stop shipping. We found this over here. But you got other people going, well, we got to see if it actually was just this batch. Keep going. That's where we are right now.
And it's not just the Cephalosporin. It's not just listeria. It's not just like they found glass, plastics, unknown substance, cross contaminants. Like
I had to stop the production line at least once a week when I worked in the meat industry because somebody lost a pen.
Oh, shit.
This happened on a regular basis. Somebody is walking across the line, some supervisor leans over to check what people are doing. His pen falls into the fucking meat that's getting grounded up.
Third
And
out.
then you have to spend the next 4 hours of your shift sifting through a 4,000-pound bin of ground beef to see if it has pieces of plastic, ink, or a little piece of metal in the ballpoint.
Damn. I'm like, how
And
the
that happened constantly.
they're talking about possible glass, and it's like, wait a minute, what glass? From where? How would there be glass in the
My
meat?
question: what were you bringing in that had glass? I mean, are you pouring something extra special? Is it extra special sauce? Like, are they vials of things? Like, I have questions.
Some of the
samples.
Some of the samples are taken with glass instruments that are sterilized. So if somebody drops a piece of a test tube, it's gonna get mixed in.
Yeah, but Gabriel,
There are little bubbles and stuff on the equipment because some of this stuff is pneumatic. You gotta remember, some of the mixers work with fluids and stuff to be able to mix the meat with seasonings and stuff. There are
Right,
parts that have glass in it.
okay, but Gabriel, is it enough that you have to recall billions?
Yes.
How did it get out?
It just
The
that
the meat
quality
industry
control.
has-
Obviously, QC was
Yeah.
sleeping on the job.
Well, QC is only as strong as how much do you have to answer to the FDA. If the FDA is not checking you and it's not giving you dings and giving you tickets, you're good to go. You might have to hit a recall, but out of those 3-4 trucks that went out, you only have to recall one. You're still making money because you sold the other two.
Damn.
And
Right, but if you sell,
and as far as
if there was 1 ounce of contaminant in any of those other two, and there's harm, is it like, do they literally just go, nah, 1 or 2 people, yeah, so what?
depends on how many people die.
God damn.
No, it really does. That's how the insurance companies work. People forget. You know how you get a recall in the United States is when you have enough people dead that it makes more sense to recall the product and cause that loss than having to pay for lawsuits. Because that's what it comes down to. And you see that a lot on the auto industry. You had cars from Kia that were lighting up on fire as people were driving them down the street.
Well, same with Tesla, and and when you think about it, speaking of cars, how many times where someone had said, "You guys should put a stop sign there. You guys should put a stop sign there. Somebody's gonna get unalive here," and they literally will not until there's a certain number in a time frame
Damn.
before they'll even look at it.
Damn.
And that's the way it used to work. And now that we don't have a Chevron decision and we don't have oversight over production, over safety measures, over any of this stuff, and we don't have teeth to enforce the regulations that we already have because of the Chevron decision and the deferment of the judges, we're screwed as the consumer. But, bipartisanship and shit. Let's keep electing Republicans to Congress and see what happens.
And here's the problem, Gabe. I can honestly see where, yeah, we get a Democratic president in there. We take the House and the Senate. They've already laid out their game plan how to undermine it and find their next Trump to get into office, to get right back to the same old thing. They've got it set up already.
And that's the issue. It has a solution. The problem is the solution is uneducated voter, um, educated voters. And unfortunately, my fellow U.S. citizens, my fellow Americans, you're all a bunch of stupid motherfuckers.
And
Sorry to tell you.
And part of that stupidity game is I clearly remember within the first month of Joe Biden's administration, I remember Jill talking about setting up civics classes.
Oh,
Never was it implemented. She wanted a traveling civics program to go from state to educate people about how the government works and how rules and laws are drawn up. She never got it done.
And the problem is education. And unfortunately, it's a long-term problem that we gotta address. And even if we address it now, it's not gonna bear fruit until 25 years in the future. And we already have a lot of dumb motherfuckers out there on the street.
Yep.
I'm looking at you, my fellow Hispanics, especially you diesel sniffing truckers that think that you know all kinds of shit about economics, medicine, and everything else, but you're stuck behind a truck huffing fumes all fucking day.
There you go.
Because that's the issue. We are in the era of Trump. We have people shutting experts and intelligent people and giving deference to fucking idiots.
True.
We have a guy whose brain got munched on by a damn worm for God knows how long on charge of health. We have a guy.
insane in the worm brain.
We have a guy that is a goddamn alcoholic that didn't even make it past major on the army directing our whole military. Well, we got rid of people with graduates from fucking West Point. GQ Brown, the most qualified general we have ever had as the Joint Chiefs of Staff's big kahuna guy, and this asshole gets rid of him.
Here's the thing. I was talking to a member of the Marines today, and he said the basic problem with what has happened with those ships out there, even though the bases were destroyed, there were members of the military who had the brains and the know-how how to negotiate with someone in the back end to get food there. Yes, Iran was waiting for us to try to fly some food there and drop it off. Their drones were going to have a field day. But there were other ways. But that was with the people that Hegseth got rid of. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
You know, remember when I said a few months ago, Hegseth has Chihuahua mentality. I mean, if you really think about it, Chihuahuas, they will go up against anything that size. And you have to remind a Chihuahua, honey, you're the size of that dog's poop. You need to sit down. But they think they're prettier, which they can be, and that they're tougher, which they can be. But he and the fact that you have to have your wife babysit you to make sure that you stay on your AA.
That you stay sober through the meeting?
Yeah. Sober coach. That's his sober coach. No one has ever taken their wife into a top secret meeting. That's his freaking sober coach.
And she don't have clearance.
No. This woman has no clearance. Matter of fact, his brother doesn't either, I don't think.
We are talking about the administration that had a freaking reporter on their goddamn signal chat while they were discussing attacks on the Middle East.
That was Hegseth.
This guy sitting on the room like, should I be hearing this?
Yeah, but it was Keg's breath. It was Keg's breath the reason why he was on that meeting in the first place, along with Keg's breath's wife and brother-in-law.
Yep. Yep. And not held accountable at all. Damn. Woo.
I keep telling people, if you want to have, we have a choice in about 70 days. And I'm pretty confident that we might get the House back.
Ow.
But I keep telling people, if we don't mobilize the actual Democratic voters that decided to sit the last election out and get them to vote blue all the way down the line and give Congress and the Senate a supermajority Democrat or a majority that is strong enough to actually do something about it, we're fucked. Because a simple majority ain't gonna do it. A majority where we're gonna have to negotiate or push for shutdowns or have to freeze the government is not gonna be of benefit to any of us, the government, or anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
We need investigations, we need charges with teeth, and we actually need to legislate stuff that is strong enough to withstand a presidential veto. We need a damn supermajority.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and if we do get that supermajority, the very first thing they need to do is codify some laws. That was the first mistake during the whole Biden administration. They didn't codify shit.
Yep.
Because they were like, well, it's the law of the land. Well, apparently law of the land is law be damned. So if you don't codify it, you don't have as much teeth in it, because this man, like I said yesterday, he will destroy and fuck up everything in his path because he don't care.
Mm-hmm.
See me in court, and he'll tie it up in court. In the meantime, he's going to do what he wants to do, and then he'll gaslight the shit out of his supporters.
Yep.
See, it's them. They won't let me have my big, beautiful ballroom. It's for national security. You have a ballroom. It's on the inside, which is about as secure as it can get.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey, I digress.
But this is where we are right now. And right now, I want, since the Democrats ain't got the backbones to do it, in your lives, you now have to start saying, check and see if your governor gave the list of voters to the White House. If they did, start arranging for vans, start arranging for transportation, be ready to go get your ballot. Do not count on it being mailed to you, because the head of the post office has already said, the president told me to slow distributing any ballots mailed out, and any ballots that may be returned, take my time about that. If they didn't do it at all, don't send them. They're already telling us what they want to do. Somehow we're dragging our ass going, they wouldn't possibly do that. Yeah, they would. So be ready.
Said that about a lot of things that changed, and we can go down that list.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this again, loud and proud. If they weren't concerned with losing, they wouldn't be working so hard to keep you from voting in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you have to go around them. They're talking about 1,000 people at the voting areas. We have to bring 2,000. We have to stop them from doing to us what they did to Jasmine Crockett. Oh, the machines aren't working. We're working on them right now. Yeah, we know the voting place is supposed to shut down at 7, but we're going to give you more time once we get the machines, because guess what? They're going to say, nope, everything shuts down at 7. 5 minutes before 7, they say, we got the machines working so you can vote. And, oh, no, we can't extend it to 9 a.m. to give you time.
I would immediately pick up my phone and hit every social media and tag every news station hey, this is what's happening at this location. This is what we were told. You might want to get some cameras down here pronto.
This is only Republican states. Let me reiterate. Because here in Pennsylvania, if you polls usually close at 8. If you are on the damn voting line at 7:57, talking about you're in line to vote, they are obligated by law to make sure that line goes through and does their vote. It doesn't matter if it closes at 8:30, 8:45, 9 p.m. or 10.
Most states are that way.
Yeah, somebody in the state of Pennsylvania, somebody goes out, checks who the last person on the line is, and they say, okay, anybody arriving after him cannot vote. He's the last person.
Also, I want y'all to keep in mind, in 2024, those drop boxes were burned. Take that option away. Make sure you take that ballot in and give it direct to a person. Matter of fact, take a snapshot of yourself, handing it in. Because they'll start doing them little firebombs again. Stop it. Stop trusting them to do what's right. And if necessary, when they say that line is not, the machines are down, all right, I'm going to record this right now. I'm going to go to the next polling place and use a supplemental ballot. I'm going to make sure that my ballot gets in there. As you said, Sunshine, social media. Mine is shut down. They don't know when they're going to get it up. I don't want to miss my opportunity to do my civic duty. So I'm going over 8 blocks or 12 blocks away over there and get a replacement ballot, fill it out, and turn that shit in. Because as she said, they're doing this because they're afraid. They know all the fuckery they've been doing or not doing their job. They don't want you to vote. Make sure you do. Make sure your neighbors do. Because remember, it was Texas. How Ken Paxton is even on a ballot when he admitted, fully on camera, he destroyed thousands of ballots. Didn't know what was in the bag. Could have been Republican. I don't know why the Republicans in Texas wasn't pissed off. Hold up, dude. That could have been my ballot. But you just destroyed the bag. How he admitted to it. Hey, again, Joe Biden, yeah, your attorney general should have had him brought up on fucking charges for tampering with an election. Didn't do it.
I always said the biggest mistake that Joe Biden ever did in his administration was put that man as AG.
Yep, exactly. He should not have been allowed to be attorney general. Waited too long, drug his feet, undercut Jack Smith. That tears. Oh, my family would be so proud. They survived the Holocaust, and that their son now said, what the fuck was that shit? Great, your family who is all gone, and you're talking about, no, you're supposed to be serving the people. Respect to the memory of your family, but you're supposed to be focusing on setting this country right after 4 years of Trump's bullcrap. And you didn't. Shoot. I'm sorry, but no. And you know who we need to have as the new Attorney General? Jack Smith, Letitia, Jasmine Crockett. Those are my 3 picks. Pick one of them.
Yep.
Because they're going to hit the ground running.
We need a bulldog. We need somebody like. And I gotta brag on him because my governor in the state of Pennsylvania, he didn't back off, and he made his bones as AG by going after the Catholic Church for the shit that they did with them little kids.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get an AG, you need to have a prosecutor that's a fucking bulldog. The problem with, and keep forgetting his name, crap. The man that Joe Biden put in charge, he's a damn judge. His training is weighing evidence and hearing both sides of their argument and then coming up with a decision.
Mm-hmm.
It's way different than going after an accused person and trying to find the evidence and actually dogging the ever-living dog shit out of them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's his failure. That was his failure to put that in there as a substitution for not going on the Supreme Court. At this point, it's a good thing his ass didn't go on the Supreme Court. He had no bite to him. Shoot.
Yeah, he was a little on the soft side, and it showed.
Mm-hmm. If we manage to get the House, the Senate, and the White House, the two older Democratic judges, step the fuck down. Step the fuck down. Matter of fact, make sure you have at least 2 people you would suggest, hey, since I'm going to withdraw and retire, you need to pick from one of these. We don't need another Ruth Bader Ginsburg passing away in office. We don't need that. Get the fuck out.
And that's one of the things. Because I was listening to a video by Robert Koch. He was Obama's economist when he was in charge. And I agree with his opinion. He's like, if Democrats take over the House and the Senate, and they get a supermajority, they should go fucking big. They should say, fuck it. Let's do healthcare for all. Let's do free education. Let's put forth free school lunches. And on the legal side, and this is me, this is not him, I would say push forward with those damn impeachments for Thomas and Alito on receiving money from somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And push for those investigations, and because the paperwork is there. AOC already submitted articles of impeachment on those judges already. It's just Mike Johnson will never bring it to the fucking floor. And if we get a supermajority in Congress, we need to do that kind of shit. Yeah, we're getting rid of these judges. No, we're not going to open the fucking seat until the election of the president. So those are going to stay open for 2 fucking years.
Yeah.
We need not to govern by executive order either.
Thank you. No more executive orders. Make it a law. Vote on that shit.
That'd be a little bit more difficult because I do think that would be a constitutional amendment. And that is a very difficult threshold to pass because it's not only on Congress, then you got to get it ratified by the states. It's a whole process. But as far as doing impeachments on the court for their shenanigans with taking money, hell, put Pete Hexas behind bars for fucking war crimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, he might be fucking untouchable, but his cabinet sure as hell isn't.
Hey, you're commander-in-chief. You're the commander of the Department of War. Fine, we're going to hold your ass 100% accountable for what has happened.
And cut off BB's money for war crimes because they just, again, did the white phosphorus and they double-chapped another building.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Matter of fact, if they won't let you stop it completely, freeze it for 4 years. You on your own, motherfucker, for 4 years. Freeze it. No more money.
That wouldn't be too hard to do. All you need is a majority vote because most of these, but again, this is budgetary stuff that the House has to pass. And most Republicans will vote for keep sending money over to Israel. Some Democrats will too. I'm not saying we don't.
Mm-hmm.
But you get enough people And this is the sequence of events, folks. You get them elected, then you fucking bother the ever living fucking shit out of them so they pass those laws. It doesn't work the other way around.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
I think
Because I'm tired of seeing people on this app and everywhere else is like, well, why isn't Kamala doing something? Because she's a fucking private citizen. You didn't give her the job.
Can anybody hear me? The other thing too is shit, I lost it. Never mind, I'll come back.
Okay. Yeah, we do need that. Everybody talks about, there need to be term limits. I keep saying it loud and clear. Y'all need to clean your ears out. We are the term limits. We give them the job. If they fail to do the job, you need to kick their ass out. Because any of us, if we get hired on a job and we don't do the goddamn, what happens? Nice of you to be here.
Or at the very least, get put on probation. What I was gonna say is we gotta stop electing people into office and then walking away. They need our help.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get things done without us telling them what to do because we are the boss.
Mm-hmm.
So if you give them a job and then you just walk away, they're running the company.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how you're gonna succeed. So, and I remember when Obama said, I cannot do this alone. This is a group effort. Everybody needs to be involved. But every time I turn around, what do? They hand them the keys to the kingdom and walk away. Stop doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. We gotta stop that shit.
We need to apply pressure. And I get it. It takes effort. It takes time out of your day. But you know what? It can be therapeutic. You don't know how good it feels to yell at Fetterman in the phone every time I leave a damn message. I'm sure I'm rolling some kind of list right now, but I haven't made any threats. I just told him he's acting like a fucking idiot.
Exactly.
But we do need to hold our representatives accountable. I don't concentrate on Fetterman alone. My goddamn rep on my district is a damn Republican. Believe me, I'm bothering the ever-living shit out of McCormick too.
Is your right. Gabe, why is it we suddenly don't think it's our right? The people whose wages we are paying, that our taxes are paying, we somehow act as if they're just there. They just one day sprouted up to be a senator or a governor or a mayor, and we don't hold them accountable. What the hell? What is wrong with us? It's bizarre. Hey, how you doing, honey?
Our voters.
Hi, Miss T.
Hey, Papo. Our fellow voters are fucking idiots. That's what's wrong. They all think, it's all. One argument I hate. It doesn't matter if I vote or not. It's the money and the elites are the one who decide who's gonna be. Motherfucker, did you show up on the primaries? Did you show up on your primaries? Did you register for a party? Did you actually go out to the poll? Because if you didn't do any of those things, go sit in the corner, shut the fuck up, and try to dislodge your cranium from your fourth point of contact because it's stuck up your ass.
This is the thing. Yeah, sure, rich people are able to manipulate some of this. Why? Because we leave that void and they immediately rush in there to fill it. We should be challenging them. We should be contacting them. Hey, and Democrats, every one of y'all motherfuckers, one day a week should be on the steps with a bullhorn. Hey, the Republicans are planning on doing this. We do not have enough votes to countermand it. Hey, come January 1st, Nana and Pawpaw's Medicaid is screwed. And this is how. Why y'all not out there?
That part. I made a video. Actually, I made 2 videos the past 2 days on this subject, because one of them I made on the study that Yale University published on how much money and lives would be saved under universal health care. Somebody came out on the fucking comments like they always do. Well, I like my private insurance. Canada has social health care. 25,000 people die every year in Canada. You know how many die here? You stupid asshole? Around 35,000 to 45. Almost double what they have.
Mm-hmm.
Now, an intelligent person or somebody with critical thinking would realize, yes, you are going to have certain people that are not going to make it because they're waiting on healthcare, they're waiting on tests, they're waiting on a donor. People fall through the cracks. No health care system is perfect. But you have more people covered under universal health care. You have less people that are going to fall through the cracks. That's why they have half the amount of deaths that we do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is we always,
and they don't pay as much. That's the other part. If you don't care about people, they don't pay as much.
Yep.
Because your private health care, on top of the 22% that the average American has to pay on taxes, compared to the 13% that Elon Musk has to pay, that motherfucker, which means I'm paying more than him.
Yeah.
You, on top of that 22%, you also have to go in your pocket after taxes and shell out another $100, $200 for your health care. And next year, you're going to have to pay more.
Hold up, Gabe. Hey, Papa, I know you must have came up to say something.
Yes, basically, besides the 5 calls, now I'm into writing them emails, because when you write them an email, you can there's a spot there that you tell them you want a response. So I haven't gotten one yet, but I'm writing an email like every other week, like the Shawshank Redemption. He just kept writing letters until he got the money for the library, right?
Yeah.
So the one that provided me with a letter was Brooklyn Kitty and Digital Sister. So I'm also trying to see if we can get other letters, like, other letters depending on the issues, and just keep emailing the hell out of them, So that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yes, Darius. The Supreme Court gave him an okay on the ballroom until October, when they come back, and they'll revisit it then. Someone make that make sense. You're telling him to go ahead and use our money to build a ballroom, which by the time they get back in October, I'm sure what will be said will be, well, they've done so much construction, it's not like we can just stop it. You can stop it now. You could pause it now.
Does the reflecting pool still have that fucking fence around it? Because
Yes.
I do believe it does, and we have already spent about $40 million on that bullshit.
Oh, but now he's also about to tear down the cherry blossom trees and have the public golf course turned over, dug up, because it doesn't suit his, the aesthetics just aren't right.
I swear to God.
Well,
okay, I want to go back. I want to go back to healthcare for a second. For these idiots that keep saying, I like my private healthcare. No one said you couldn't have private healthcare. If you got it like that and you can get your private healthcare, do you, boo-boo?
Yeah.
But it would be nice if, for those who don't have healthcare, didn't have to always clog up the ER for a sore throat.
Yeah.
Or a bout of diarrhea.
Yeah.
Because if they had universal health care, they would have more chance of getting more random, more preventative medicine.
That's the key.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the key. Is
But if you want private
preventative
health care, pay for it.
preventative medicine. You can actually, and the problem is, these stupid motherfuckers would give a kid fucking fish oil instead of a fucking vaccine for measles, but vaccines, getting your test done on time, making sure your fucking A1C or your cholesterol ain't gonna make you into a widowmaker by next week.
Yep. Exactly.
That's the part where universal healthcare kicks in. So that by the time you end up in the hospital because your heart is making sure that that fourth Red Bull that you drink every day is costing you now by making you not breathe, and now it's going to cost you a hell of a lot more than getting on an aspirin regimen 6 months ago and maybe changing your diet a little bit.
Exactly.
It's all about...
Speaking of diet, did you see he gained an extra 23 pounds?
He's retaining liquid. I'm telling you, those fucking cankles are...
They ask you something.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. That's what it is. He's retaining water. That's called heart failure. Yay, Big Mac.
Hey, by the way, come Friday the 28th, me and Emmy we register. We're gonna be marching on the 63rd anniversary at DC. Miss T, there are some people that they'll say, "Oh, we're not ready to march" and all that, and I understand that, right? But you know why I'm marching? Because of what happened in Mississippi. Those two people, especially the young girl. And like me and my wife said, you know what? I'm gonna march. I'm sick and tired of this stuff, So that's why I'm going over there. I think our Sharpton is the one throwing it. We already got the register for the bus ride. We didn't have to pay nothing. We're gonna be going out there. And like I said, our Sharpton, he's a leader. He's out there doing his thing. And the Kings are gonna be there. I think the grandkids, but me and my wife. That's what I'm gonna do because it's my birthday weekend. I'll be 68 on Sunday, so Friday I want to take part in that because to me it's historical,
Yeah, absolutely.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
68 soon, 68.
Honey, you're just a youngin'. No,
Yep.
and I, again, some of us are still waiting. Some of us are still sitting it out for a reason.
Yes, I hear you.
If all of us get worn out too soon, then we have nothing. So we have to sit back and wait for the right moment. It's kind of like when they say, "Don't shoot till you see the whites of their eyes."
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of mentality. But if you're at the point where you have done all you can do and you need to take it up another level, do you?
Mm-hmm.
If anybody's hating on you for marching, tell them I said they can kick rocks.
Yeah, no, me and my wife, we really, she's Dominican, I'm Puerto Rican, and I grew up in New York. Okay, I'm a Bronx boy, and so I know who I stand with, and I'm kind of pretty much fed up, but I'm marching, especially for that day. So it's gonna be a long trip, but it's gonna be worth it. I'm gonna try to go live and get some of the action, whatever happens out there, but all with the good intentions,
There you go. But you take care of yourself, all right?
We will.
Take care of yourself.
Stay hydrated and make sure you have your eye protection.
Yes.
Extra. Have 2 bottles of water, one for drinking and one for eye cleansing.
There you go.
Right. Okay.
All right.
We take it. Yes. Thank you. So T, I'll say good night to all of you. Thank you for letting me come up.
Hey, we appreciate you.
All right, Gabe. Be good. Bye,
We
Miss T.
appreciate you. Good night. Bye-bye, baby.
Good night.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap it up. We have got to be the fire And yeah, maybe some MAGA will come along with us. But keep in mind, and I firmly believe this. Sorry if there's any MAGA in the audience. Um, I firmly believe that in 10 years, if Democrats get in there and turn it around, and we have 10 years of going through, I guarantee you the Republicans will figure out, just like they're running around with the word communism right now, and you guys will fall for that shit. They'll come up with something new, and you will fall right off the cliff again with a new Trump. There's a reason J.D. Vance went out to Illinois. No, Indiana. I think it was Indiana. Because this guy actually thinks, fuck, they were dumb enough to vote him in. They might just vote me in. There's no other reason for him to go out there. After all the crap that went on, the way our soldiers have been mistreated under the head of the Department of War, he actually went out there to dip his toe in the pond. He should have come back with frostbite. People out there should have met him and go, what the fuck are you doing here? Where's our soldiers?
People, because I'm confused. You're talking about Hegseth, not
Hegseth, not Rubio. Hegseth.
You said Vance.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I'm confused.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. He leapfrogged over Vance, over Rubio. Trump ain't cold yet, but he's gonna take himself out there along with his sober coach to say he's checking out whether he should run or not. How did that even get in here? Yeah, his babysitter. That you had the gall after everything, 3 inches of bodily fluids, our soldiers not having anything to eat, stressed to the point of possibly wanting to unalive themselves, and you thought you did such a bang up job that I'm gonna go dip my toe in the water. What? How?
That's Jägermeister bombs. I'm sorry. Jaeger will make you think that.
You know what just dawned on me, T? You have all these soldiers walking through that 3 inches of filth and walking that all the way through the entire ship, including the mess hall and kitchen.
Yes, that right there. And you thought you did some shit. Like I said, hey, why when your plane landed, there should have been people out there with signs going, bring our kids home, bring our soldiers home. We are not impressed with you. But that didn't happen. That's why other countries are looking at it going, damn, y'all got some stupid folks out there. Y'all had the chance to call someone on the carpet and you let it go.
And I'll remind everybody, all the 32 people that are listening to us here and whoever's listening to us to the outside, we have about 70 days. My guy, I don't give a fuck about you. You're a fucking lost cause. I'm talking to every Democrat that fell for the bullshit, that decided to stay the fuck home, to not vote, or got it between their two brain cells that Joe Stein was a good choice. Get your ass out on November and give Democrats a supermajority in Congress and the Senate. And I get the bad taste of having to vote for somebody that's funded by AIPAC or whatever. But we need the majority. And then when we have the majority, you put the foot on their ass to vote otherwise. Because you know what's also true? Campaigns cost money, and you owe favors when a PAC or somebody gives you donations. But they know, you know what's also true? You're the one that puts them in there. And it doesn't matter how much money gets put into a race. If people don't vote for them, they don't win. Take a look at the Supreme Court justice that Elon Musk tried to get elected on Wisconsin. Take a look at the person that was running against El Said on his primary. They got a shit ton of money poured into their campaigns. They still lost because people voted them in. They liked what they said, their promises, and they voted them in. So yes, you might get somebody that you don't like that much. Trust me, my senator is called Fetterman.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, don't forget, Gabe, the young woman that just beat Vindman down in Florida.
Yeah.
AIPAC put all their money behind him.
All kinds of money against her, and she still lost. So
no, she
when people
won.
do vote, if money don't fucking matter.
Mm-hmm.
What you gotta do is go out and vote. People on that district got the fuck up, went to the booth and said, no, I don't want that. I don't want a rubber stamp on the bullshit that government is doing over there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the atrocities they're committing. And the more pressure you have from the ruling party, trust me, people fall in line.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But Vindman lost, and I'm glad he lost. His wife must not have wanted to be in politics because she was all over X making every possible racist comment about immigrants and everything else. I mean, damn, Vindman. Your wife apparently did not want to continue in politics.
Yeah. They got it so bold that they don't care anymore, Missy, because that's what it comes down to. This movement that took over the fucking Republican Party, they took off the mask and said, fuck it, we're going to be ourselves. And we're going to come out and say what we've been feeling for the last 50 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Oh, well, listen, we're going to wrap this up. Be careful what meat, because we don't know where this mystery meat is coming from, or is it some of the horses that he's having slaughtered, which is a page right out of Project 2025. Mm-hmm. You can look it up.
Listen, horses aren't that bad. I had horse meat before. It's not... I even joke around. Even my dog has a timer on his ass if we ever get lost on the woods.
Oh, goddamn.
A friend of mine once told me, hey, if you get lost in the woods, at least your dogs will get you out. I'm like, yeah, well, that motherfucker's on a timer, because after 4 days, he might become dinner.
Damn. Somehow, his dog's sitting in the room looking at him going, what? What was that? What that motherfucker just made? Me? Man's best friend?
Ruh-roh.
I'm just saying, no, but do cook your meat properly. Look where it's coming from. Yep.
Well, I hope the government actually tells people what's in the meat.
Yeah.
Like, don't.
I would say, hey, buy local.
Get away from the labeling.
Yeah, not everybody has the advantage. Some of us have. I could drive by the farm a couple of blocks away and go in and buy a couple of rabbits off of them.
Oh, wait. There's a disease out there that's actually causing horns to go out of out of rabbits' heads. It's a virus. Look it up.
I'll check it out.
Cause I've done rabbit. Rabbit's fine. Rabbit tastes like chicken. Shit.
I disagree. It does not.
Good Lord. Let's wrap this up. You guys have a great evening. Be well.
On the other hand,
damn. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Anywho.
Ladies, have a great night. Keep up the good fight. And people, go out and vote. Check your registrations, because we know the fuckeries that they're going to be doing.
Yep.
Make sure you're still on the list, especially if you live in one of those states that gave them the voter rolls.
Yeah, exactly. So, hey, YouTube, facts are golden. Come on over. You can comment. I comment back. Let me shut them down. Bye, peeps. And Substack. Guys, it is good to see you. Come by anytime. You can find me on TikTok, YouTube, or Substack. That is TEE Brown 1961. Come on by. Have a great evening. Take care, guys. Shut that down. Tickety tock. Thank you guys so much. You guys are fabulous.
That you had the gall after everything.
Whoops. It wouldn't let me shut down. Dang. Anywho, y'all, have a good evening. Night, Gabe. Night, Sunshine. Oh, by the way, does everyone remember that Ted Cruz was born in Canada?
Yeah.
While El Said was born in Detroit. And somehow they're questioning his citizenship. Did they forget that he can actually run for president? Yeah. Wow, Cruz shouldn't be able to.
They already blew a gasket with Hussein Obama. You want to put El Said on the ticket?
Yeah, you're right. Anywho, y'all have a great evening. Night, Gabe. Night, everybody. Mama Sunshine, have a great evening. Y'all take care. Love you guys. Bye.
Just think of how comical the lives will be, though.
Oh, yeah.
The lives will be